Sometimes I think it makes no sense to believe in anything. When you're young, you're sure that knowledge has no frontiers. You're convinced that everything will be exactly the way you want it to be when you're young. Now it's all so far away, like it never happened. Real life began in 1915 when I became a soldier, hearing the rapturous cries about the grandeur of the Empire and the Kaiser. Neither the weight of my rifle nor the roars of an old Feldwebel who bossed us around the range shook my conviction that we were building a new and just world where we would have a worthy place. It seemed undignified to me then, and I consoled her, secretly ashamed of my tears. Now I understand how she felt, that she wouldn't see me return to her only son, once a bookish boy with good manners, but now a skinny, unkempt young man in a baggy uniform. And she didn't, having died of starvation a few months before our defeat in the war, when there was Flanders, with heavy battles and gas attacks by the British. In stupor from the rumbling and death, we just fought without thinking about the future. Dreams replaced reality, and we died without knowing it. Life made us, the world's vagabonds, masters of the same craft too soon. We were dead when we marched into the bayonet attack, when we munched on a stolen pork carcass from a wrecked wagon train, sitting on corpses, because there was nowhere else to rest. A few weeks before the armistice, Holman was wounded in an artillery barrage with shell fragments in his back, and Meyer died. He was staring in horror at his guts mixed with soil, screaming loudly, and there was nothing I could do to help him. Good guy Otto Meyer died by sundown, after suffering for several hours. I was left alone. Those were the last guys from my class. Defeat, ruin, inflation, years of turmoil in heads and souls. New calls for revenge. Those who cursed the war in 1917 became its faithful supporters once again. The country that just recently sent millions of its sons to the slaughter is afflicted with a strange disease. Yesterday's meek baker Berger, who was afraid of his own wife, became a loud, shrill member of the master race, dressed in a brown stormtrooper uniform. It was he who killed Alt Kurt Meyer for daring to resent property rights and calls for massacre. It was he and the likes of him that Gottfried and I fought in the streets. Fought and lost. Evil triumphed. My conviction that it's possible to be outside politics, that I'm against a new massacre, but that conviction awakens to reality. Military uniforms, bloody sunsets on foreign soil, and rows of crosses for those that fell for other people's ideals. My son died in 1942 near Stalingrad. My wife died in a bombing raid in 1944. And now we are home again, on our own soil. The war is lost, another war. It could not have been otherwise. It returned to those who had given birth to it, both to the shrieking, grandeur-hungry morons, and those like me who had stood aside before. But we're still fighting. Why? Because we can't do otherwise. All we have left is ourselves. This is a loyal Gottfried Hollmann, an old comrade I'd give my life for. This is Otto Grau, a young lad whom I dragged away when he was being fired at in a battle near Ternopil, so that our homeland desecrated by our own hands can survive and be reborn, so that a future in which we do not believe may nevertheless come. Let's move it, boys. We're moving out soon. Willibald, be careful not to drop the crates. This ammo is fresh enough as it is, and if you soak it all in a puddle, you might as well throw it away. Tell me, Fegelein, what happens to ammo like that, remember?
Of course I remember, Herr Feldwebel. I had an assistant in Poland, a total slacker. He got cartridges wet and was too lazy to dry them up. And then the Iwans pushed forward, The case was torn off and he bolted with a crate of that unfortunate ammo at the speed of an express train. He would have made it to his hometown of Dresden if it hadn't been for the 2nd defense line half a kilometer away.
Fegelein is an excellent soldier. You can rely on him. Sometimes he is as stubborn as a draft horse, but he will never leave anyone in trouble. When we were retreating in Poland, we received orders to burn an estate, or rather barns filled with harvest, so that the Russians got nothing. But he refused to do it because his peasants so rebelled against the destruction of grain and hay grown by someone else's hands. Somebody reported it. The investigation began. We barely managed to settle the case, otherwise I would have been sent to a penal battalion. Gottfried successfully greased an HQ Feldwebel's palm, and the case was lost in the confusion of the retreat. It's Gottfried over there, by the way. What is he carrying? Damn, Hauptmann Eckel is here somewhere. If he sees him, we'll all be in trouble. Gefreiter Hollmann!
Gefreiter Hollmann, my general.
Gefreiter Hollmann, would you care to explain where you've been? What a sight. Where's your virtue, Corporal? As our scripture teacher used to say, Hollmann, you're hopeless. You'll end up behind bars or in a traveling circus.
My general, you are slandering an honest soldier. Frau Kochenhausen loved me like a son because I honored the catechism like my own mother. As a true German and a Christian, I always believed in the commandments of God's law. Believed that a true man must have a generous wife, a great many children, and attend church every Sunday. Even in that war in Flanders, I would go to Sunday Mass at the local monastery, while you, my general, were catching lice and playing cards.
I never would have thought that Gottfried was so devout and loved church. Is this true?
Only this rogue is not telling you the whole story about going to church. He attended Mass and ended up stealing a whole box of 1908 vintage Rheinhausen from the monastery cellar. Leave God laws alone, you old church thief.
Story of my life, my boy. My virtue is as hard as hearts of cheese. And this godless man doesn't believe in it. This time, I was just looking around and I happened to come across a poor abandoned hen. She was completely alone, and her eyes pleaded for me to take her with me. Now, she and I are going to have a chat. We just need to find a secluded nook.
There's no time, Gotti. We're moving out soon. Damn, Eckel is coming. Hide your feathered friend, quick.
Lieutenant Grau, have your men finished unloading? Müller, what's with the slackness? Why are your men hanging around the train? We need to move out to the position specified by HQ.
We've almost finished, Herr Hauptmann. We're checking the equipment and Feldwebel Müller's men are helping to unload the ammo. We'll be ready to move out in about an hour and a half.
Everything is going according to plan, Herr Hauptmann. What about the artillery promised us? It never arrived.
Damn you and that artillery, Müller. I don't recognize the German army. It's a disgrace. There's no order. They should have been waiting for us here by now, but still no news. HQ is also shrugging their shoulders. They don't know anything definitively. No, it can't go on like this for long. A strong hand must put things in order. All right, finish it up. We are marching out in 2 hours. If the artillery doesn't show up between now and then, please leave a man to lead them to us later. But for God's sake, not a recruit who only knows his way to the latrine and his beloved Gretchen. That's all, gentlemen. Report to messengers when you are ready.
The old blockhead, the mothballed hope of the fatherland. Those like him drove recruits to death in the war before this one, reveling in power over helpless children and fearing the front lines like fire. Now they've crawled back out under their banners. Well, let's hope Lange gets well soon and comes back. We can trust him to get us through. All right, let's do it, Otto. I'll find the fan of religion, now where he's hiding. And if need be, I'll leave him to wait for the artillery. He'll surely lead them to the right place. You check on your own man. We could move out at any moment. You can see for yourself. Nothing is Gotti. We're waiting. You've got a map with the route. As soon as the artillery appears, lead them to us and be careful.
Bereit zum Angriff. Bereit zum Einsatz. Kommandant, wie lauten Ihre Befehle?
Wie lauten Ihre Befehle?
Auf in die Schlacht, Kameraden! Keine Sorge!
Kommandant, wie lauten Ihre Befehle? Rückt auf den angegebenen Platz vor. Los geht's, äußerste Vorsicht!
There are 2 roads in the area that lead to the target. Off-road driving is a dubious idea. Everything is muddy, so we choose a road and go ahead.
Verstanden.
Der Marschbefehl wurde erteilt.
Wir sind auf dem Vormarsch. Ja, Kommandant. Wir befolgen Ihre Befehle bis zu unserem letzten Atemzug.
Gott ist mit uns. Vorwärts zum Sieg!
Verstanden. Ausführen.
It could have fired at us, damn it. It's been a long time since I've seen our planes in the air. Never mind. Spring is coming. It's early this year. It's sowing time soon. Whether Annalen will manage or not, can't miss the opportunity.
Wir sind auf dem Weg. Befehl ausführen. Starten Sie den Motor. Los geht's. Die ganze Welt ist ein Arsch? Dann sind wir das Zentrum.
Sie geben den Befehl und wir werden folgen.
Zum Sieg! Verstanden? Packen wir es an! Wir sind gleich da! Befehl zum Ausrücken. Los geht's!
Yes, the strongest positions, but we fell flat on our faces as always. If this bastion is Germany's last hope, she has nothing more to hope for. It looks like these bunkers were used by the Bauers as storage, and there are still rotten vegetables inside. There are no weapons. These concrete walls are good for nothing, so we shouldn't have high hopes for them. We need to dig trenches and connect them, otherwise we will be swept away with the first opportunity. We'll occupy pillboxes and put machine gunners in them. The rest of us will dig trenches. Keep moving! It won't take the Yankees long to get here.
There's no doubt we're on the spot. Feldwebel Müller, how can you, an old soldier, make such a speech in front of your subordinates? It's boorish, and you disgrace your uniform, Feldwebel. We'll come back to this matter later. Lieutenant Grau, position your self-propelled guns on the second line, so that they can lay down a crossfire. Müller, have you given the necessary instructions? Good. According to the defense scheme, the bridge and the surroundings are mined, so you shouldn't leave large forces there. Concentrate them in the most important areas. My HQ will be nearby, in that house over there. That's all, gentlemen.
You shouldn't stick your neck out, Ludwig. I'm afraid that old Doberman is going to ruin your life. He can easily inform on you. And punishment is delivered shortly now.
He won't do anything to me, and we both understand that. Even for him, it is clear that the situation is frustrating, to say the least. And that all hollering about holding the enemy on the border is illusory. There's a catastrophic shortage of experienced soldiers, and if we squander our survivors, things will get even worse. Hide your SPGs well. You're our main firepower. My guys will check to see if the bridge is mined, but I have considerable doubts about that. I hope Gottfried gets here soon. Then we'll have covering fire. The Americans don't fight without artillery. I'm sure we'll feel it soon. Take care of yourself, buddy.
Eingraben! Schnell! Greift an! Auf in die Schlacht, Kameraden! Zum Sieg! Hey, ihr Lämmer! Für uns geht's wieder zur Schlachtung.
Wie lauten Ihre Befehle? Auf geht's, auf geht's! Bereit zum Einsatz.
Hello? Who are you? This way, quickly! Keep your weapons where I can see them!
Vorwärts zum...
Unteroffizier Havertz, Herr Feldwebel. 5th Parachute Battalion, or rather what is left of it. We couldn't hold out any longer. There was a lot of them, vehicles, artillery. We were able to contain the infantry, but the tanks that came razed everything to the ground. We've been retreating for 3 days. It's a miracle we broke away from the pursuit. Now there are only Yankees in front of you. There are no friends left.
I'm sorry, my friend. What do you intend to do next? Join us. Experienced soldiers will be of great use to us. You might run into some peacocks in the rear and be court-martialed as deserters.
No, Herr Feldwebel. We are on our way to Cologne, where our reserve unit and command must be. If we don't come back, they'll consider us deserters for sure. You know, I hear that the families of deserters are dealt with harshly. You are a soldier too, and you must understand me.
I stopped being surprised a long time ago, my friend. Well, I won't force you to stay. Have a good trip. You deserve a little rest at least. Enemy! Everyone take positions! Calm down, kids! Don't fall back! Don't get nervous! We're holding the defense!
Bereit zum Feuern auf Ihren Befehl.
Marschbefehl wird ausgeführt.
Kommandant?
What the hell is that? I can hear our guns firing. And this is a Yankee machine gun. You can't mistake it for anything else. It looks like the guys whom we met recently have run into somebody. I hope they can make it. We can't go to their aid now and leave the front line here bare. Keep your eyes open. Control the road we used to get here.
Zu Ihren Diensten, Kommandant. Bewegung.
Mehr Feuer und Sie werden zurückweichen! Bereit zum Einsatz.
Look, our commander is running away. The rats are fleeing the ship. What about us? Have we already been written off?
Keep calm. Let the hawk run, but we keep fighting. I'll take command. Stop panicking.
Wir warten auf Ihre Befehle, Kommandant.
Achtung, los geht's.
Jawohl, Kommandant.
Blow it up! Blow it up right now!
Nothing's happening, Herr Müller. The circuit is in good condition, but it's not working. Either the primers are not calibrated, or the explosives are damped.
Did you check it like I told you to? Did you? Damn it, Jörg!
Fire shot!
I checked, Herr Müller, I did. It has ammonal, but low quality, it seems. Most likely it's damped, but you can't tell just by how it looks. Allow us to counterattack. My boys and I will drive away the enemy and reach that damn bridge, I swear!
Calm down, Jörg. You'll rashly kill yourself and your men. While the Americans are quiet, we'll counterattack, but do it smartly. We'll use the terrace folds and small gullies going down to the river. Crawl up as close as we can and hit them by surprise. Otto, you and your boys will cover us with fire from where you are. Let's do it and see whose bayonet is stronger.
Kommandant?
Na toll, noch eine Schlacht. Das habe ich vermisst. Ein Befehl ist ein Befehl. Die Gruppe ist bereit für den Einsatz. Oder will hier jemand eine Kaffeepause? Sie geben den Befehl und wir werden folgen. Los geht's!
Angelegt! Die Panzerung ist beschädigt! Wagen zurücklassen!
Vorwärts zum Ruhm! Auf in die Schlacht, Kameraden! Zum Sieg!
Feuerschutz! Jetzt!
Bereit zum Angriff! Vorwärts zum Ruhm! Verstanden. Es ist Zeit. Los geht's.
Don't give the enemy a chance.
Feind entdeckt. Sagt auf Wiedersehen zu eurem Geschützturm.
Vorwärts!
Verstanden. Angriff! Verstanden.
Mehr Feuer und sie werden zurückweichen!
Greift an! Angriff ist die beste Verteidigung.
I'm proud of you guys. We did it. Jörg, check those unfortunate charges under the bridge. The rest of us are on the defensive for now.
Herr Feldwebel, it looks like I was right. The ammonia is really damp. The packaging was crappy. There's nothing you can do about it, Herr Feldwebel.
Befehl wird ausgeführt.
Yeah, that's too bad. We don't have enough TNT to blow it up. Although, yeah, I have an idea. We can look for mines and crates in the enemy's positions and bring them down to the bridge. We'll find something to initiate the charge. Come on, let's move it, boys! Their artillery was firing from that area. They couldn't take up positions too far away, or else the Yankee forward detachment wouldn't have come so bravely onto the bridge without strong support. It would be a good idea to tickle them while we have a chance. It's decided. I'll make a little raid to the other bank with a few men. Maybe I can catch their artillery by surprise. Why the hell not? I bet they have SPGs. I doubt they had time to bring in towed howitzers so fast. We'll take some Panzerfaust with us. They'll come in handy.
Auf in die Schlacht, Kameraden!
Jawohl, Herr Feldwebel. Would you like to make a wager? I bet a bottle of Kümmel that the Johnnies brought in towed howitzers. They're really good at it.
Greift an!
Don't grab your fate by the balls too hard, Jörg. If it works out, we'll drink the bottle anyway. All right, let's go! I was right. Damn it. It's an SPG, and it looks like they're waiting for an ammo shipment. Tempting. We're waiting for supplies, and we'll hit when they'll be unloading. Gunners and suppliers are not infantry of the line. They're not likely to give us a decent fight. We're waiting for trucks with shells to arrive, and when they do, we'll catch the Yankees off guard. The first thing we do is cut the gunners off from the cars, or the machine guns mounted on them will make our life very difficult. But right now, lay low and fire only on my command.
Sie geben den Befehl und wir werden folgen. Befehl zum Ausrücken!
ganze Welt ist ein Arsch? Dann sind wir das Zentrum. Schuss, bring das zu Ende! Womit werdet ihr jetzt in die Schlacht ziehen? Mit Stolz?
That was a loud rumble, Herr Feldwebel. Did you find them? Is everything all right? We didn't waste time here. We've collected something and stacked them near a pillar. It's not enough yet, but we'll do it much faster with your help.
Yes, Jörg. They won't bother us anymore. And I was right. They had SPGs. All right, let's deal with the bridge. The Yanks obviously don't like our insolence. And sooner or later they're going to get mad. And then we are in trouble. There's nothing more to do here. Let's leave.
Bereit zum Angriff. Los geht's. Bereit zum Einsatz.
Wie lauten Ihre Befehle? Verstanden.
Zu allem bereit, Kommandant. Vorwärts zum Ruhm. Zum Sieg! Allzeit bereit.
Die deutsche Infanterie ist immer bereit.
Sagen Sie mir nur, was ich zerstören soll. Angriff ist die beste Verteidigung. Die Gruppe ist bereit für den Einsatz. Oder will hier jemand eine Kaffeepause?
Verstanden. Bewegung.
Bereit zum Feuern auf Ihren Befehl. Los geht's! Verstanden. Ausführen. Für das Vaterland. Verstanden. Angriff!
Kommandant?
Die Mauern mögen fallen, aber unsere Herzen nicht.
Kommandant?
Greif zuerst an!
Zu Ihren Diensten, Kommandant. Der Feind hat keine Chance.
Los geht's! Für das Vaterland!
Wir sie um!
Hier, ein Geschenk für euch!
Target in range.
Jawohl, Kommandant!
Melde mich, Herr Offizier.
General, the order has been fulfilled. I've brought jet sweepers to our aid. I thought we'd never get to see them. They're all young men, my God. But they're serious. I hope they won't let us down. Their men in charge assured me they know how to shoot. How are you doing here?
Things are getting ugly, Gotti. We can't hold out much longer. There's no communication, no backup in sight. Our hard-headed field marshal is out of the picture, so we have to make our own decision, and fast. To hell with the Millennium Reich and its top brass. I want to save those who are still alive, not sign papers saying he died a heroic death in the name of the Führer and Germany. Shit. Tell the gunners to fire at concentrated enemy forces. Tell them to fire a volley and split as fast as they can. We'll take advantage of that and get out of position fast, too. Attention, everybody! As soon as the artillery finishes its work, we'll retreat in an orderly fashion. I lead the column. The more coordinated we are, the better our chances of staying alive.
Don't worry. I'll do everything exactly. I'm already an authority figure like the Führer for those gunners. This is Holman speaking. That's right, Gefreiter Holman. Did your boys run away yet? All right. Open fire on the concentrated enemy, yes? Shoot a heavy volley, then quickly withdraw and we'll follow you. Yeah, that's all. Go ahead.
Vorwärts zum Ruhm!
Lass mir's zurück! Komm her!
Greift an! Los, los, los! Alles klar, los geht's!
Mehr Feuer und sie werden zurückweichen! Zielt genauer!
Greift an! Hey, ihr Lämmer! Für uns geht's wieder zur Schlachtung! Es ist Zeit! Los geht's! Für das Fahrrad!
Now get out, all of you, quickly, before the Yankees come to their senses. We must break away from them at all costs.
Mehr Feuer und sie werden zurückweichen!